Vanessa, let's bring you back in, and you're going to talk about Neom, the city, the linear city, and what it really means.
Yes, the line, as they call it, as the Saudis call it. So this is an article in the Times of Israel from 2021. As Saudis sell the city of the future, the 5-minute city of the future, investors and critics see a desert mirage. It's a rather doom-filled critique of the line, and that was back in 2021. But I wanted to look at today how it plays in to the map of Greater Israel. So I just want to remind people of what the Neom is. So if we can just play the video, please, Brian.
In civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life. The line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end-to-end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort. Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation.
Doesn't that sound marvelous? If we take a look at the map of Greater Israel, and of course, although it's called Greater Israel, how I see this is very much, as I said, the use of Israel as a proxy, and of course, the settler state of Israel is bang center in the redesigned Middle East, which also, of course, serves the global hegemony of the US-led coalition, which includes the UK. And the red circle is where the Neom line is proposed to be. So again, that suggests that Israel will be the center of this carving up of the Middle East. And if we have a look at the next map, it will show more clearly how Neom is basically 60 kilometers away from Eilat and very close to, on the Egypt side, Sharm el-Sheikh holiday center. So clearly Saudi Arabia is in on the Greater Israel plan. Neom is part of that. And of course, the technology for the future, the 15-minute cities. Here, of course, we've got the 5-minute cities. And guess what? In the Red Sea, which is off the coast of the Horn of Africa, and Yemen and Saudi Arabia, of course, the Middle East, untapped oil and gas region. People can have a look at that. But what I also wanted to show is how this all plays into what we talked about just now also. So you have the land bridge from Bahrain and UAE. UAE, of course, normalized relations with Israel back in 2020 under the so-called Abraham Accords. Again, you've got the colored-in red circle, which is the Neom city, so Saudi Arabia involved. Yemen at the bottom, that has been targeted since 2015. Aden in the Gulf of Aden, which was a former British colony, talking about the gas and oil reserves in the Red Sea and in Yemen itself. And of course, clearly they're reducing the need for the Straits of Hormuz off the coast of Iran, the destabilization in Sudan, Eritrea, and Ethiopia, the Israeli presence in Djibouti at the bottom there off the Horn of Africa. So what we're seeing here is shaping up to be basically a US land grab, the prevention of the rise of BRICS, the prevention of the rise of Iran. And it's certainly no mistake that today in a German court, an attack on a synagogue in an area called Bochum in 2022 has just been blamed on Iran. And of course, we know from Wesley Clark's predictions earlier in the 2000s that Iran is the ultimate target country. So very clearly what we have shaping up is the creation of Greater Israel on behalf of the US, with Israel as the instrument of US policy.
Vanessa, thank you very much for that. And for our audience, if you'd like to know more about the linear city, you might like to look at the interview I did with eminent architect and urban planner Léon Krier. That was back on the 7th of September 2023. And I think you'll find that a very interesting discussion. Just my general comment on what you've taken us through, Vanessa, is that there's amazing turbulence in the world. We're seeing it at the moment in Ukraine, but also the Middle East. But do I get a feeling that the respective governments around the world are protecting their own citizens? I don't. I think that those citizens are all to be squashed under the geopolitical boot in due course. We will see whether I'm right. But